Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I'm going to be recreating an entire cruelty-free skincare routine under $100. I did a video like this almost exactly 3 years ago, back in February of 2018, and I went back through that list and I still stand by all of those products, but I did think it would be useful to provide an updated list with some new products that I've discovered since then. And I do have 2 products that I mentioned in that last video that are going to be featured again in this one, so there are 2 products that I haven't been able to find alternatives for that I think are better. The first person that I saw do a video like this was Jackie from Jax Lorraine here on YouTube. She doesn't really upload videos that much anymore, but I will still link her video and her channel in the description box. I chose 9 products and the total of all the value of all of these is $99.80, so I'm right almost at the $100 mark. I'm going to try and go in order of how you would apply these. So I think the best thing that I've done for my skin personally since getting into makeup is figuring out how to properly remove my makeup at the end of the day. That's something that took me forever to figure out. It took me forever to figure out that I should be cleansing my face regularly and moisturizing it regularly. I don't know why. In college, I just had no concept of how to properly remove makeup, cleanse my skin, or moisturize it. So let's start with a cleansing oil. This is one of my favorite products I discovered in 2020, and it's from Forthright Beauty, which is the ColourPop skincare routine, and this is the BFD cleansing oil. This is 4.15 fluid ounces or 122.75 milliliters, and this retails for $14, but I usually am able to get it either for 25% off on the ColourPop website or for a percentage off on the Ulta website. Some of these products I'm showing you, like the brand new version, they're just backups that I keep stored here because my other versions are either in the shower in my bathroom or they're almost finished and they're just in much worse condition. So I'm showing you the newer versions, but that obviously doesn't mean that I've never used this before. This is really great because you can go in, massage it into your skin, remove everything that's on your face, and then when you add water, it turns into a milky substance and then it washes off clean. Just because you've removed your makeup though doesn't mean that your face is actually clean yet. You do want to go in with a cleanser, which is the next product I want to talk about. This is from e.l.f. and it's just their daily face cleanser with purified water. This retails for $4 and you get 5 fluid ounces or 150 milliliters. It doesn't have any like active ingredients that I know of. It doesn't do anything besides just clean your skin, and I think it's a really great basic cleanser. I've been using it for years and I just think it's really great, and you get a ton of product for a really reasonable price. And if you wait for the e.l.f. website to have half off sales, you can get this for $2. I did want to add one more makeup removing product. This is one that I talked about in my first version of this video as well. It's the NYX Stripped Off Micellar Water. This is 13.5 ounces or 400 milliliters, and this retails for $7. I used to use this exclusively as my makeup remover at the end of the day. I would use cotton pads to remove all my eye and face makeup. I did find that it was getting to be a bit wasteful, and then once I discovered cleansing oils, I kind of moved over to using this. But I do still use micellar water on occasion. I will use it on a Q-tip to clean up any mistakes that I've made on my eye makeup, and I do also use it to remove makeup from my neck. Usually I shower at night and I put the cleansing oil on my face, rub it in my skin, and then when I jump in the shower, I rinse it off while I'm in there. But I don't shower every single night, or I'll shower in the morning. So what I'll do is I'll use the cleansing oil and the cleanser in the bathroom sink, and I won't really get a chance to get it like all up on my neck because rinsing that off would be really messy. So I'll go in with cotton rounds and make sure that I'm at least getting like the bronzer and stuff on my neck off with this. So I don't go through it as quickly as I used to back in the day when it was my sole makeup remover, but I still think it plays a really important part in my skincare routine to make sure that I'm properly cleansing my makeup off at the end of the day. I can't really speak for all skin types, but for my skin type, I do think it's very important for me to incorporate some type of gentle chemical exfoliant. I don't use it all the time. I don't even use it that regularly, honestly, but sometimes when my skin is feeling a little bit congested or I just have a lot of dry, dead skin on my face, I like to use something with glycolic acid to gently exfoliate that off. I did talk about a glycolic acid product in my first version of this video. I still love that product, but I have found something that is a little bit easier to use, and I like to use it a little bit more just because of the convenience, and that's the Pixi Glow Tonic. I have this smaller size here that I'm working on, but I do have a backup of the bigger size that you can get from the Pixi website. This is 8.5 fluid ounces, and the bigger one retails for $15. Every once in a while, maybe once every 10 days, I would say, I put this on a cotton round and I just gently put it over my skin. I don't really rub at my skin or use like an exfoliating cotton pad. I don't really feel like I need to add that physical exfoliation to it, but this is just such a beautiful product. It really makes my skin look more glowy and just a little bit less textured after I use it. It's one of those skincare products that I actually do see a difference after using it. I don't really feel like you should overdo it on the exfoliants. I mean, everyone has different skin types and preferences, but I find that if I use this too often, my skin will get a little bit drier and a little bit more easily sensitized. It's not something I use all the time, but it is something that's very important for my skincare routine and my health of my skin on my face, and I do really love it. I definitely recommend trying this. For moisturizer, I did have a little bit more trouble just picking one because I do love trying different moisturizers and there are so many different ones that I like, but I would say my go-to, the one that I like using the most and the one that I can always kind of fall back on, is another e.l.f. product. This is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream, and this is the fragrance-free version. This is just a regular white moisturizer. It's a little bit thicker. It's not like a lotion. And I think this is really great for day and night. It performs well under makeup, and it does give me enough moisture to make my skin feel very balanced. If for some reason I do feel like I need a little bit more moisture, maybe I'm just having a really dry skin moment, or maybe it's the winter and my skin is a little bit drier in general, I will incorporate a facial oil. And this is my other overlap product that I mentioned in my last video as well. This is the Ordinary's Organic Cold Pressed Rosehip Seed Oil. This retails for $9.80. To use it on my skin, what I'll do is I'll mix a couple drops in with a little bit of this and then apply that. Sometimes if I have the time or I think to do it, I'll apply the moisturizer and then I'll put a couple drops of this in my palm of my hand, warm it up a little bit, and then press it in my skin. I'm assuming that's probably the better way to use it, but sometimes I'm just lazy and I don't really have time to add that extra step. It's also really great for your body. If you have a body lotion or a cream and you're feeling extra dry and you need a little bit of something extra, you can add a couple of drops of this to that as well. It's just a really great product. I've gone through several bottles of this over the years. I've gone through most of these multiple times over the years. I don't really like to switch it up too much when it comes to skincare, but this is definitely one that has lasted over the years. The last product is one that I don't think everyone finds as essential as I do. I definitely think it's a very important part of my skincare routine, but it might also just be a luxurious extra step that actually doesn't make a difference, but that's a facial mist. So I have the Hylamide Sub-Q Mist here. This is part of the Deciem umbrella brand, the same as the Ordinary. And this says it's a multi-depth toning treatment for water density, but I just use it as a facial spray. And the way I use facial sprays is I use them morning and night. After my skin is cleansed, I will dampen my face with this, and then I'll go in and apply my moisturizer while my face is still damp. Not everyone would feel like this is super necessary, but I think this is great. And this retails for $13, and this is 4 ounces or 120 milliliters. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it when I was talking about the moisturizer, but the e.l.f. one is 1.8 ounces or 50 grams, and this retails for $12. But like I said earlier, if you wait for the e.l.f. website sale where they have everything go half off, you can get this for $6, which is usually when I stock up. 2 more products. One of them you hear me talk about all the time. I won't go into too much detail so that I don't bore you, but it's the NYX hashtag This Is Everything Lip Loving Balm. This is in a little metal tin with kissy marks on it, and it is red in color, but it doesn't really show up as anything on your lips. This retails for $5 and you get 0.42 ounces, which is almost half of an ounce, which is huge for a lip balm. It's just such a fantastic multi-purpose product. I do mainly just use it on my lips. Sometimes when I have a liquid lipstick on or a lipstick that's a little bit more matte and I want to remove it, I just take a little bit of this balm, make sure to really get it in there, and then use a tissue to wipe it off, and it makes it a lot easier and gentle on my lips to remove it that way. I have one of these in my backpack, on my nightstand, at my vanity. I have them everywhere because I just like to have them on me at all times. The very last product I want to talk about is a product that I tend to forget or skip in my skincare routine. It's something that I've learned to be a little bit more avid about, but it definitely is something that I could always be better about, and that's SPF, protecting my skin from the sun. One of my favorite products and the most expensive product I'm going to talk about today is the Crave Beat Shield. This is SPF 50. It is very moisturizing, but I don't think it's greasy like some other SPFs, especially ones with as high an SPF as this one. I can wear this on top of moisturizer, I can wear it as my moisturizer, and I just think it's a very, very important step in my skincare routine. I try to wear SPF every single day. I'm wearing it today, even though I'm not leaving my house. I've gone through a lot of different SPFs over the years, and there are a lot of products and formulas that I like, but I kind of always go back to this one. This is my favorite that I've tried. So that is the entire skincare routine. That's 9 products retailing for $99.80. If you are trying to figure out an affordable and cruelty-free skincare routine, I think that these products are all really great places to start. Some other products in a skincare routine that you might be interested in are serums or eye creams. I don't really use either of those regularly, or I don't have a product that I use all the time that I can recommend. So if you do have any recommendations for affordable cruelty-free eye creams or serums, please let me know. Both Jackie and I did do a version of this with makeup as well back in the day a couple years ago, so I'll have my version and hers linked in the description box. I would like to recreate another version like that with updated products. I'm having some trouble with that for multiple reasons, but the 2 main ones are, one, when I do a full face, I'm using a ton of different products, and the second reason that it's more challenging to do is because I'm having trouble finding complexion products that are affordable, that have lots of different shade options that are inclusive. The drugstore is severely lacking in that. In fact, most brands are, but I'm having a lot of trouble finding products that would work for any skin tone and any skin type and are very affordable. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm thinking I might bump it up to like $150 or maybe even $200 just so I can provide lots of different options. So I'm not really sure if that video will end up happening, but I am doing some research and trying to make it happen. I would love to know what some of your favorite affordable skincare items are. Even though I do have a pretty set routine, I am always curious to try other products that people really like. So I'm always open to your recommendations. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!